Hey there guys, Chet here. If you search for CRM reviews right now, you will see endless videos talking about features. They'll tell you that you need a CRM with built-in artificial intelligence. They'll tell you that you need a tool that can write your emails for you and predict the future, basically. The industry is obsessed with the idea that software should do the selling for you. They sell you the dream that if you just buy the right tool, you can sit back and watch the money roll in without doing any of the hard work. But I'm going to be direct with you, very direct. That's a fantasy, right? It's too good to be true. Software cannot close deals, only humans can close deals. When you buy a CRM that promises to do everything for you, you usually end up with a tool that distracts you from the actual job. You don't need a magic wand. You need a gym membership for your sales process, right? You need a tool that forces you to be disciplined. Pipedrive is different because it is demanding. It does not hide your failure, it exposes it. It is built on a philosophy that values action over data entry. In this review, I'm going to explain why Pipedrive is the best CRM for serious salespeople, not because of what it does for you, but because of what it forces you to do all by yourself. In this video, we're going to look at the specific mechanics that make Pipedrive unique. We'll analyze the visual pressure of the pipeline and email logic and the automation engine. I'll show you why this specific interface creates a psychological habit of winning that other platforms simply can't replicate. If you're ready to get serious about your sales numbers, I have a special offer just for you. If you use my link in the description, you will get a full 30-day free trial of Pipedrive with every feature unlocked instead of the usual 14. And if you decide to keep using it after the trial, the discount will be applied automatically when you sign up through my link, which means you'll be using the same powerful Pipedrive for less than what everyone else is paying. And by the way, if you want to go deeper, we have also put together a complete Pipedrive course from A to Z that walks you through everything step by step. It's totally free and it is there if you need it. Now, let's jump into this review. To understand Pipedrive, you have to understand the philosophy behind it. It's called activity-based selling. Most CRMs are just fancy databases, right? They're digital filing cabinets where you store names and phone numbers. That's passive, right? A filing cabinet does not help you make money. Pipedrive is active. It believes that you cannot control the outcome of a sale. You cannot force a client to say yes, but you can control your activities. You can control how many people you call. You can control how many proposals you send. The software is designed to obsess over these activities. When you mark a task as complete, Pipedrive immediately asks you what you want to do next. It never lets a deal sit empty. It creates a continuous loop of action. This keeps your momentum high. In sales, right? Momentum is everything. If you stop moving, you die. Pipedrive acts like a pacemaker for your business, ensuring that your heart keeps beating at a steady rhythm. The first thing you notice when you log in is the pipeline view. This is the feature that made Pipedrive famous. It looks like a board with vertical columns. Each column represents a stage in your sales cycle. This visual layout utilizes something called the Tetris effect. It gamifies your work, right? When you see a deal on the left side of your screen, your brain naturally wants to move it to the right side. It creates a psychological itch. You want to clear the board. Pipedrive uses color very strategically here. It uses a rotting feature. You can set a rule that says if a deal sits in the proposal stage for more than 5 days, it turns red. When you look at your pipeline and you see a red bar, it triggers a panic response. Right. You know you're losing that deal. You know you need to act. Other CRMs hide this information in reports. You have to go looking for the bad news. Pipedrive puts the bad news right there in your face. It forces you to confront the reality of your pipeline. You either take action to save the deal or delete it. This keeps your pipeline clean and honest. Salespeople spend half their life in their inbox. If your CRM is separate from your email, you're wasting a massive amount of time switching tabs. Pipedrive solves this with a deep two-way email sync. This is not just about seeing your emails, it's about tracking engagement. Pipedrive includes a tracking pixel in the emails that you send. Ha, that's clever, right? It tells you exactly when a prospect opens your message. It tells you how many times they opened it. This is a superpower. Imagine you sent a contract to a client 3 days ago and you haven't heard back. Suddenly your phone buzzes. Pipedrive tells you that the client just opened the email. You know they're looking at it right now. You can pick up the phone and call them immediately. You can say that you were just thinking about them. This timing makes you look like a magician, but really you're just using the data. The system also has a feature called Smart BCC. If you're on the road and you send an email from your iPhone mail app, right, you can simply BCC your universal Pipedrive address. The system automatically reads the email address, looks for the matching deal, and files the email in the right place. You don't have to do any data entry. It just works. One of the biggest time wasters in sales is admin work. Goodness, moving data around, creating tasks, sending routine follow up emails. Pipedrive has a built in automation engine that removes this friction. You don't need to be a coder to use it. It uses a simple if this, then that logic. You can build a recipe that says when a new lead is added from the website, automatically send them a welcome email and assign a task to John to call them within 2 hours. This ensures consistency. It means that every single lead gets treated the same way. You do not have to rely on your memory. You don't have to worry if your salespeople are following the process. The software enforces the process. And listen, you can also use automation to keep your data clean. You can make a rule that says if a deal is lost, automatically send a survey asking why. This gives you a valuable market research tool without you having to lift a single finger. It runs in the background 24/7 like a silent partner. Most CRM mobile apps are terrible. They try to squeeze a desktop interface into a small screen and it becomes unusable. Pipedrive built their app from scratch for the phone. It focuses on the things you need when you are mobile. It gives you a clear agenda for the day. It allows you to access your contacts quickly. But my favorite feature is the audio note. After you walk out of a meeting, you're usually in a rush. You don't have time to type this long, drawn out summary. With Pipedrive, you can just hit the microphone button and talk. You can dictate everything that happened in the meeting. The app records it and transcribes it. This is critical because if you wait until you get back to the office to write your notes, you will forget half the details. It happens all the time. You'll forget the name of the client's dog. You'll forget the specific objection they raised. Pipedrive allows you to capture that data instantly. This makes your future follow ups much more personal and effective. A lot of business owners run their companies based on feelings. They feel like they had a good month, right? Pipedrive forces you to look at the math. The Insights tab is incredibly powerful. It tells you your conversion rates between stages. It tells you that you close 20% of the people you demo to. Once you know that number, you can build a predictable revenue model. If you want to make 10 sales, you need to know that you need to do 50 demos. It also gives you a weighted forecast. It looks at the value of every deal in your pipeline and multiplies it by the probability of closing. This gives you a realistic number of how much cash you will collect next month. This prevents the feast and famine cycle that kills so many businesses. You can see the gap in your pipeline weeks before it hits your bank account. If the forecast for next month is low, you know that you need to start prospecting today. Pipedrive gives you the visibility to steer the ship before you hit the iceberg. No tool is an island. You use other software, you use Zoom, you use Slack, you use accounting tools. Pipedrive has an open marketplace with hundreds of one-click integrations. You can connect Pipedrive to your calendar so that clients can book meetings directly. You can connect it to your accounting software like Xero or QuickBooks so that when you win a deal, it automatically creates an invoice. This connectivity allows Pipedrive to be the central brain of your operation. You do not want your data scattered across 10 different apps. You want it all flowing into one place. Pipedrive plays nicely with others, which allows you to build a tech stack that fits your specific needs without being locked into a rigid ecosystem. All right, let's talk about money. Pipedrive is not the cheapest CRM out there. Let's be completely honest. There are free tools available, but you get what you pay for. The pricing is tiered. The essential plan gets you in the door. The advanced plan unlocks automation and email tracking. The professional plan gives you deep reporting. You have to look at this as an investment tool, not an expense. If you're paying $50 a month for a tool that helps you close a $5,000 deal, the ROI is massive. The most expensive software is the one that you do not use. The free CRM that is clunky and annoying is actually costing you money because it slows you down. Pipedrive is a premium tool for professionals. It signals to your team that you take sales seriously. When you give your team the best tools, you expect the best results. It sets a standard of excellence. To be completely fair, Pipedrive is not perfect. Let's be honest. It is not designed for B2C companies with millions of low value customers. It's not a marketing automation platform for e-commerce, right? If you need to send a million emails a month or manage a massive inventory database, Pipedrive is not for you. It is strictly a sales tool. It is for managing relationships and deals. Also, the reporting can be a bit overwhelming for a solo user. It is built for teams. If you're just a one-person show, you might find some of the features are more than you need, but that's a good problem to have because it means you have room to grow. So is Pipedrive worth it? If your business relies on you or your team picking up the phone and talking to prospects, then the answer is yes. It is the best tool on the market for high touch sales. It gives you clarity, it gives you discipline, it gives you a process. Most businesses fail because they're disorganized. They lose leads, they forget to follow up. Pipedrive fixes that. It creates a safety net for your revenue. You don't need more features, you need more focus. Pipedrive provides that focus. I want you to experience the difference for yourself. Use that link in the description to get that extended 30-day free trial. Import your deals, see how it feels to have total control over your pipeline. And don't forget about the A to Z course, the free A to Z course that we linked below, which will help you master the software in one afternoon. Go get the trial and start building a sales machine. And I will see you in the next video.